Blessed is the King of Israel. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. This is the cry that filled the atmosphere. Filled the atmosphere in Jerusalem that day. Craziness going on. Children dancing and singing and shouting. And the reason they were shouting those words, because in Psalm 118 verse 25, the cry of the psalmist is, please Lord, deliver us. Please Lord, grant us success. May the one who comes in the name of the Lord be blessed. We will pronounce blessings on you at the Lord's temple. They were doing exactly what the scriptures proclaimed they must do when Messiah comes. The one who would deliver them. Sing this. Hosanna. Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord. And that's what they sang about Jesus. And I already read to you the second part, that he had taken a donkey and he rode on that donkey. They put their prayer shawls. Effectively, they said, some of the translations says their coats, their cloaks, their mantles. To a Jewish person, your mantle, your cloak was your outer garment, which was usually a prayer shawl. And a prayer shawl in the culture of Jesus was something that you identified with God in. So when they took their prayer shawls off, every prayer shawl in the Jewish culture has a kind of folds in it, because it's not sewn. It's one piece of cloth, and they tie knots at the end. And those knots are tied into a sequence, grammatica. It's a sequence, and usually that sequence proclaims the names of God. So when they threw their prayer shawls down, they were saying, in the names of God. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. The name that is above every other name. And when they put their prayer shawls on the ground, that was sacrilegious. There are a couple of things you never did with the name of God. You never threw it on the ground. You never bent it. And you never wore it when you went to the toilet. So whenever a Jewish person went to the toilet, they would take their prayer shawl off. They would hang it and go and relieve themselves. This is exactly what Saul did when he went to relieve himself in the cave. Took his prayer shawl off. David didn't creep up to him on the toilet and cut off the edge of his garment. His garment was hanging outside, because a Jewish man never took his prayer shawl into a place where they relieve themselves. And so when you go into a synagogue today and you go into the toilet, you will see there's a whole lot of hooks there. And on those hooks, there'll be a whole lot of prayer shawls hanging, because whoever's in the toilet has hung their prayer shawl outside. They would wash their hands and they come, and then. So when they put that on the ground, they were making a statement. Because you only did that for the prophesied and anointed one. He was the only one worthy to step onto those prayer shawls and not dishonor the Lord. Only the Lord himself could walk on those garments. So what they did was made a huge proclamation about who they thought he was. And they put it on the ground. They put it on the donkey. They wrapped it, and he came in. Zechariah says, rejoice greatly, son of Zion. Shout, daughter of Jerusalem. Look, your king is coming to you. He is legitimate and he is victorious, humble and riding a donkey. This was proclaimed more than 800 years before Jesus came. So when Jesus said, go and get the donkey, even though the person who owned the donkey didn't know, all he said is, the Lord wants it. The Lord needs it. They gave the donkey. Jesus was intentionally coming in on a donkey, because the donkey had a representation in the scriptures that says the Messiah will come into Jerusalem on a donkey. So he was actually saying they are right. They are right to proclaim what they are proclaiming. And I will embrace it. He also knew that the hour had come. And because he knew that the hour had come, he was willing to embrace it. Every other time when they tried to proclaim him king, any other time when they tried to raise him up and make him Messiah, whenever they did that, he said, no, the time has not yet come.